showtime.
It's about that time.
Let's go.
You're right where you need to be. This is GCOM Radio.
Hardest radio station on the planet. Yeah.
Powered by Lyfeblood.com.
We certified.
And hosted by Nova Phoenix.
Give them that flavor.
Yo, what is the deal, everybody? Oh, man, yeah, this is a quick joint. This is gonna be a real quick joint. I didn't do a show. I was just real busy, folks, man, and I just thought I'd just reach in and just, dig into my bag and, pull a couple of things out of my pocket to speak to you guys. Hopefully your week has been glorious. Mine was pretty cool. I have just been busy, man, so I couldn't really do the show that I wanted to. But this is gonna be a quick 10-minute joint. Just to say that, guys, just to satisfy me that I got one in the bag for this week. So let's just get to it, man. Yes, I'm your host, Nova Phoenix, on GCOM Radio, on iHeartRadio. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, it's just a couple of things that I've seen. I had to make a quick jump down to down south to go to college, man. For my nephew. I made 2 visits so far, and it's to some HBCUs, man. To some HBCUs, and I thought it was super dope. Morehouse, went to Morehouse. Yeah, that was a super amazing. I tell you, I took pictures, but I didn't really share it yet. And then I went to North Carolina, man. Went down to North Carolina. It was cool. North Carolina A&T. I'm not going to get into too much into what I was thinking about North Carolina. I thought the North Carolina A&T was the facilities was nice. I wasn't too crazy about the tour guide. She was a junior, of course, 3rd year into the university. And, at the end, I was asking her some questions about, the university. And, oh, my God. It was terrible. Oh, it was terrible. So, it went through the whole thing. There's some things here and there that I didn't like. So then I came to a question. What 2 questions I asked? What was the questions that I asked? What she got out of, I think I asked what she got out of, my first question was, why should I pick, North Carolina A&T over Morehouse? And what is the job of a tour guide? Please tell me. Is it just to show the college to potential students and their parents, whatever like that, and guardian, however you want to put it, or are they? Or are they just supposed to really sell it, man? Just take it home? Because when I asked her that question, it wasn't sold. It wasn't sold. She said something like, well, if you end up going to Morehouse, it's your thing. No big deal for me. I'm like, huh? That's your sell? Because I'm like, okay, what are you going to tell me that's different? That was one thing. Another thing I didn't like was that I knew the back of her head more than I saw her face. She was rattling off some things about North Carolina A&T, just the operations, basic operations. And that was cool and all. But I thought, I'm telling you, the tour guide for Morehouse spoiled me, man, because this young boy, he knew the detail, everything about Morehouse, from the when it was first started many moons ago to Martin Luther King. Everybody attended, where this person went to, the dean, how they were involved, talking about the mayor and the Atlanta airport. This kid went A through Z to Morehouse, and it was one situation where some guy was standing on the lawn. It was a particular lawn in front of the actual first Morehouse building, and he was trying to do his thing, but he kept on being interrupted because he kept on looking back, seeing this guy walking on the lawn. Apparently you're not supposed to walk on this lawn. The only time when you walk on the lawn is during the graduation, if I'm correct. And he kept on looking back. So to me, that showed that he really respected. He just wasn't just talking. His spirit spirit was into the whole Morehouse experience, the whole Morehouse college experience. And I really appreciated every single word that this brother was saying, all the emotion that he put into his spiel, his thing, doing the tour guide. The lady at North Carolina, I was like, man. And that's why I was like, so why should I pick Morehouse? And it was like, let me tell you, if you wanted to base the quality of the school on how the tour guide went off, yo, that school was looking mad suspect. I'm telling you. And then I asked a question. Okay, what did I ask? I say, would you consider North Carolina more of a facility that black students attend, or does North Carolina actually work within the true spirit of an HBCU? And she was like, oh, I don't get what you're saying. I was like, well, do black students just attend these facilities, or do you do different things like programs and initiatives, things that drive home the identity of the students, that they can actually thread to one another and show that camaraderie, not just as students, but as students of African American descent, for those in the African diaspora and such and so forth, to really connect the dots here. You know, that's what HBCUs mean. Yo, you won't believe her answer. She says something to the effect that, yeah, there's some things that we do, and what really jumped out at me, she was like, yeah, we have do-rag day. I'm like, do-rag day? Yeah, we have do-rag day where, you know, they take off their do-rags and they show their waves. I'm like, what? What? Yeah, and we do, you know, we can't. And she said something about I think it was a part of the answer, something like your hair, because I saw this article. I remember this article that they said that I think it was North Carolina or whatever HBCU. They're saying that, yeah, you could wear your natural hair, but we kind of try to train the students when they go out into the business world that certain hairstyles are not accepted and they got to kind of conform. And I hated that. I hated it when that article came out. So she said that, oh, you know, that's, you know, we wear, you know, our hair the way we want, but they do tell us that we kind of have to fit within a certain box when we go out into that job world, because we do have to. I'm like, what? That's not what. Oh man, hey, yo, Mike. It was like she said a whole bunch of other stuff, and basically her words turned into, you know, the Charlie Brown teacher that, oh, you know, instead of words they use a trumpet, right? Everybody knows what the Charlie Brown cartoon is. Her words turned into the trumpet sound, because when I hear something that I don't like, I start to tune out. And I was like, yeah, so we gonna say do-rags, okay? Yeah. Yo, do-rags, really? You're gonna just relegate down this whole HBCU experience down to do-rags? Anyway, she might as well said, yeah, we have a holiday for North Carolina A&T. It's called do-rags and chicken wings. Who got the best chicken wings and who got the best waves? Like, really, bro? Really? Oh, swear. So I did get the email on just basically asking how was the experience there. So I was like, damn, should I? Because, you know, I ain't gonna, you know, I'm gonna keep it real 100. So I will say something. I'll say the lady was nice. You know, she was nice. She did what she had to do. Nothing against her, but she totally, to me, did not do the job as a tour guide on really selling North Carolina. Now, I asked what was the student population. She said 13,000. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking, hey, we already, you know, we got the highest attendance of all the HBCUs, and we really don't have to do much. So maybe that has, I don't know, but it was like whatever for her. And I was like, man, the facilities was great. I'm sure you probably can get what you want out of North Carolina A&T if you want more of an understanding of African American history and just African history. Of course, they have an Africana Studies department, so you get what you want out of there. Then I asked her, the other thing that got me was, okay, have you ever heard of Dr. Greg Carr? She was like, huh? Who's that? I'm like, what? Oh my God. No, Dr. Greg Carr, it has a show with Karen Hunter. every week. They get plenty, and he's also a professor at Howard University. I'm pretty much correct. If she said she didn't know the details, she says, yeah, I'm familiar with him. I believe he's a professor at Howard University. I would have been like, okay, cool. Then I just threw something out. I said, do you know Dr. Leonard Jeffries? She was like, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, why? How? You are your third year in and you don't know anything about anything related to African American, just Afrikaners, like something. This is what you. That's it. That's all. That you just don't know nothing. So if that's the case, my thing is, if that's the case, you might as well go to UPenn. You might as well go to freaking NYU. You might as well go to Brooklyn College. If you're just there to get an education, you just go anywhere. But the point is, where young Black Americans or people of African descent go to HBCUs because they want that experience where they can see people of like mind, people that look like them building on information that they wouldn't typically get from traditionally white school. Like, that's why they come to HBCUs, right? The step, the whole step, the fraternal order, all that, building with your folk, going to African studies, learning things that you wouldn't get from other schools. And it's a whole holistic roundabout experience that you wouldn't get anywhere else. That's why people choose. There was one student that came from California. Her and her mother flew in from California to go. She wanted to finish her college school years at an HBCU. They spent their hard-earned money and flew across the United States of America to go down to North Carolina A&T because she savors, she wants that experience. And then all of a sudden oh my God, it was terrible. Yeah, nice young lady, but yeah, just terrible. Yeah, man. So Morehouse is looking much better. Anyway, yeah, while I was down there too, man, I saw my pops. I haven't seen him in a while. It's good to see him. It's been many years, and we caught up. We had food, and it's, of course, not much. My nephew's with me. He had vegan. My dad's a vegan, so we had vegan food. So it was a new experience for my nephew. So he was a good sport about it. After the fact, he was like, I don't know, but he was cool about it, man. He was cool. But yeah. Shout out to my dad, man. He's living the life down there, the easy living, the retired life. The other thing is Roe versus Wade, man. Roe versus Wade, everybody knows what's going on over there. As far as the Supreme Court actually discussing the validity of Roe versus Wade to see if it's necessary to even continue. And, people are up in arms about it. It's sad that, Congress, the government is still trying to get into a woman's underwear or trying to control the body of women. And yeah, man, I really can't believe that this is being discussed. I really can't believe it, man. This is like the Handmaid's Tale, literally the Handmaid's Tale at the very beginning. So we're just gonna get into, what a woman should do. And it's funny, like I said, I told you before, when we talk about birth control, we assume always it's about women. It's never about men. And actually, the vice president, Kamala Harris, she did, what was this guy's name? I forgot the recent Supreme Court justice guy named Kavanaugh. She asked Kavanaugh, has there any time in history has the government ever tried to control men in terms of birth control? I'm paraphrasing right here. And my man was just like him in the hall. Hey, could you ask that question again? Could you be more specific? And yeah, he couldn't. My man was painted in the corner. It was a simple question: yes or no, based on your experience. Have you ever known of any legislation that has been passed that controls men's bodies when it comes to birth control? Never. No, it has not happened ever. So I can't believe this is going down, and it's such a it's so ridiculous. Sometimes I'm like, is this just a distraction, or I mean, is this really a conversation? And yeah, I know. I'm just asking myself this because it's like, for there to be people out there that really will protest in front of Planned Parenthood clinics and all that, and it's a right for a woman to know to have control over her body, whether she wants to have a baby or not. That's her decision. As men, we have no say in the game. We can, put in our 2 cents saying, hey, we strongly agree or we strongly disagree. But ultimately, it's a woman's body. It's her choice. And when you, as 2 adults, get into a situation and a kid comes into play and a woman ends up pregnant, you would hope, depending on what it is, that both parties agree on whether to go forward or not. But when that doesn't happen, ultimately, it's a woman's decision, man. So men, the patriarchy. Yes, the patriarchy. Anyway, so we're all keeping an eye on this, and we're all going to support women and support the right for women to make that decision on their own. Dave Chappelle, man, I heard Dave Chappelle, he got jumped on stage. That was crazy. Yeah, Dave Chappelle, somehow this guy jumped up on stage with a book bag and he straight up did I don't know, speared. I forgot that wrestling move name. I was going to say it, but I can't remember. Speared, did a mid body check on Dave Chappelle, but he was a trooper, man. He got up, he was ready to throw hands. Unfortunately, he didn't get a hold of dude. Dude ran behind the stage, but he ran into security. Now, if you could see the pictures afterwards, and I'm sure people saw that, my man got seriously lumped the hell up. Seriously lumped the hell up. He had the chicken wing arm. I don't know if they broke his arm at the shoulder, but this dude was handcuffed with the chicken wing arm. I'm like, hey man, it is what it is. That's what you get. Supposedly he had a gun, but I'm hearing that it was a toy gun or something like that with a toy blade at the end of it. I don't know what this guy's motivation was, but he was looking for answers, and he certainly did get one. Oh, he was looking for some answers. Yeah. Oh man. And last but not least, I'm running over time. Yeah. Just to let you guys know, my Twitter space is coming Friday the 13th. I forgot. It's if you believe in superstitions, Friday the 13th. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention, but please come and check it out. It's all about Web3 and a realistic look on Web3 and to all the tools associated with the Web3. Of course, we're talking about cryptocurrency, talking about NFTs, talking about DeFi, a lot of different instruments within the Web3 space on how it can be utilized for people. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I just had a little sandwich. But yeah, please check out that Twitter space is coming at 1 p.m. Friday the 13th. And I'm going to get into it as much as I can and having the guests on the show, a list of them, and I want to make sure I get it right. Yeah, so we're gonna, of course, we're gonna get into it with all the guests, and we're gonna have Margaret Tomby from Rare Breed Ventures, Yohei Nakajima from Untapped VC and Pixel Beast, and Chris Gledhill. He's a fintech influencer and a TEDx speaker. So we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be a bunch of questions asked. Hopefully, we could keep it to I guess an hour and a half, 2 hours, whichever is good, and really delve deep into it and see how we can apply Web3 in a practical way for the future. It's doing great now, of course. Everything that we know what's happening when people are making hundreds of thousands and hundreds of thousands. You got the Bored Ape Yacht Club and all these other different iterations of NFTs that are out there, and people just making a whole bunch of money. I see it on Twitter. I see it. But where are we beyond that? And I've been watching videos on the very beginning of the internet and people not knowing what the internet was and what it was going to be. And now, of course, let's say in the 2000s, it blossoms from when it was first introduced to the public in '92, and it became a lot. It's our entire lives now. As far as Web3 is coming in, it's the very beginning, and we're trying to see what it's going to be for the future. And I believe it's just much more than just trying to cash out and make as much money in the shortest time possible. So, please check out that Twitter space. It's coming on Friday the 13th at 1 p.m. I think it's going to be a great Twitter space to get into. So, guys, thank you for listening to me. I'm going to get out of here. Peace and whatever. Peace and love. All right, I'm going to get out of here. All right.
y'all. Check it.
You just listened to GCOM Radio, powered by Lyfeblood.com. For the global community. We worldwide, baby. See you in the next go-round. From right here to your town. We out.